Hello, everyone. This is Lee. Lee, what happened to you? I didn't realize you wore glasses, and you're
I'm
wearing
wearing
a
glasses. Where
yeah.
did they come from? Maybe I
Ah,
pinched them from Adrian Charles.
maybe you did. It's quite unusual to see, and yeah, you're looking very healthy as well, Lee. As well, that's really you've done really well for yourself.
Yes. I've even pinched DB's hats from Bradford.
Oh, you have. Oh, wow. Guys, as welcome, guys, to the Snowflake Show Christmas special. I am your co-host for tonight, alongside. Can you?
Daily Blasé. Oh,
Yes.
leak on. Oh, blown it. Shucks.
And over the next hour, guys, I'll give you guys some funny news and some funny stories to go with as well. Yes, unfortunately, guys, I'm really sorry to have to tell you this, but Lee Corn, he generally was sick today, like actually sick. And understandably so. Obviously, he's still, he's a family man. He's got kids and whatnot. That's on his shoulders. He really wanted to do the show. I really want to stress this. I really want to emphasize this. He really, really wanted to do the show, but he was just so unwell that he could not do it. Like if he could, he would have fought for it and come on. But he's also got errands to do for his kids as well. So on top of that of being sick, it was a bit too much for him. So thankfully, I asked Darren at the last minute, could you please come on, because I didn't really want to do this on my own. I wanted to do this with someone, and thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Short notice, my friend.
I am the Nick Abbott of live streams.
Yeah, you're just yeah, you'll just step in. You'll just step in when nobody else wants to.
Yeah.
And what's a real shame, guys, as well, is he's got a hat there, but I can't take the hat. He's got two there, and I just can't take it from him. It's I'm really sorry. Well, I've got a Christmas jumper at least, so at least that will do for us. Dave Blasé, how are you doing, my friend? How are you? Are you well?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's because I've been rather inactive today, as you can tell.
Hmm.
I'm just sort of like ran from one live stream to another.
You've just been running around.
Yeah, I just said, "Oh, everybody, see you on the other side." I'm in the Snowflake Show, so see you over there.
And then they realise, oh no, not that YouTube channel, Reganelite's channel.
I told him you better go over there, or else I'm never going to do any more live streams ever again. And they all said,
"Oh,
"Will
no.
you promise that?" Because when it comes to me in live streams, they don't seem to do well. I think in my live stream today, I was chatting to myself for 5 minutes on my Jack Jones. I didn't even realise that I wasn't even on story.
I just like when you start talking and you go, and they're all screaming in the chat, "Mew!" And it's like, I remember the one time it took like 20 minutes for All Shorts to finally respond to one of his live streams. It took him 20 minutes, and then he realised, and the chat was just a flood of views. And this was like, well, and then one person was like, "I'm done. We've waited 15 minutes. He still can't hear us."
What made it even worse? I didn't have anybody in the chat even tell me. Yeah, so
like, it's been 20 minutes. Why is it taking you 20 minutes to look at your live chat?
Yeah.
Oh dear. But luckily, for StreamYard, guys, there's a chat right here on the right hand side. So if we are muted, you will scream "muted" in the chat as well. There. Right. So first and foremost, guys, let's start with some very important news that's just come in from Larry and Paul. It's really, it's really important whenever it comes up, there's broken news. We need to stop everything that we're doing. And
cutting edge news, isn't it?
It is the best. This is the best news out there, guys. So we better all just shut up and pay attention to Larry and Paul here.
Can't hear out.
Oh, just let me know if the volume is not. I'll start again. Just I just want to make sure the volume is working for you guys. Just do tell me if the volume is not working.
If it's not working for me, then it's all right.
Can he hear? You can't hear.
Yeah.
Why are they trolling me? I don't know. I wonder if. Hold on. I wonder if they're trolling me. I think they might be trolling, but
surely not.
Let me try again.
These are a sensible bunch.
What? Sensible? You're joking, right?
Genie bottle broken silence.
Yeah. What about that one? Will that fix it? Let's try that.
Welcome to Broken News. Tributes have been paid to Context, which has passed away at the age of 70,000. For years, people relied on Context when discussing controversial issues, but will no longer be able to because it's dead. Our reporter has more.
In recent years, Context had been under attack from all sides. Tabloid newspapers, social justice warriors, and your mate from high school who believes Disney created the movie Frozen to change Google's search algorithm so that when people looked up Disney Frozen, they'd get stuff about the movie and not about Walt Disney himself being cryogenically frozen. Some try to defend Context by thinking about complex issues for at least 30 seconds before saying anything. But they were drowned out by a tidal wave of loud, thick...
Still no sound, guys.
I must admit, I can hear it. Just always remember, Reganelite, you're still more professional than GBs.
I know. This says share audio tab audio. Share system audio. I've done it before with this and it's worked fine. The sound is on the video. They're saying it's still muted. Or share tab audio. It's supposed to be on. Like the sound is there. It's supposed to be sharing the audio.
Who desperately wanted people to pay attention to them. In a statement released earlier, a group known as the Context Usage National Termination Society.
Can you hear the video? But can you hear the video, guys? I know you can hear me. I know you can hear Daily Blasé, but can you hear the video is what I want to know, guys. That's what I need to know.
Just have interest. Our broken news actually spreading misinformation. Just got a message from Context saying, I'm called, I'm not dead.
Okay, because
Context.
I'm called, I'm not dead. So you can hear it. So you was trolling me the second time round. So you guys were trolling me second time round. See, sensible people. It's a very sensible chat tonight. Shall we play this again or shall we leave it till later? I think we should leave it till later with this. Maybe we should leave it till later. one more time.
Welcome to Broken News. Tributes have been paid to Context, which has passed away at the age of 70,000. For years, people relied on Context when discussing controversial issues, but will no longer be able to because it's dead. Our reporter has more.
In recent years, Context had been under attack from all sides. Tabloid newspapers, social justice warriors, and your mate from high school who believes Disney created the movie Frozen to change Google's search algorithm so that when people looked up Disney Frozen, they'd get stuff about the movie and not about Walt Disney himself being cryogenically frozen. Some try to defend Context by thinking about complex issues for at least 30 seconds before saying anything. But they were drowned out by a tidal wave of loud, thick idiots who desperately wanted people to pay attention to them. In a statement released earlier, a group known as the Context Usage National Termination Society said, "Yeah, it's a bummer for some people, but we're glad Context is dead. We are no longer slaves to Context, and now we can have really ill-informed, simplistic views on incredibly complicated issues like Israel-Palestine, Brexit, and trans rights. RIP Context." Well, Broken News has learned that since that statement was made, the group has been cancelled for using the words bummer and slaves. Back to you.
Well, we would like to say sorry for the strong language heard towards the end of that report, particularly the use of the words bummer and slaves. Broken News would like to apologise unreservedly, and we assure viewers that our reporter's contract has been terminated with immediate effect. What a lovely story. That's all from Broken News. You're up to date.
Doesn't that mean that he said the word bummer, shouldn't he be sacked as well?
Well, Broken News would like to apologise unreservedly for our presenter using the words bummer and slaves in that bulletin. And Broken News would like to assure viewers that their contract has been terminated with immediate effect.
So does that mean now have you? Does this mean I'm going to get
Context hasn't been cancelled. He's in the chat and he's one of our moderators.
not really happy? So does that mean either two?
So he was calling it muted because he didn't want to be cancelled in the chat. That's why. Because he was the one who said it was muted the second time. It's Context, I tell you.
I was just sat there thinking, does that mean that now that I've said bummer and slaves, does that mean I'm going to be terminated now?
Yeah, you're going to be cancelled. You're cancel culture. You're woke. You are now woke, Daily Plus.
Is my contract with the Snowflake Show terminated as from tonight?
Yes, it will be terminated after the show. Yeah, once you fulfil your contract obligations, then we will terminate it with immediate effect.
I was sort of looking forward to this. A bright new future as a new co-host on the Snowflake Show. Destroyed, shattered.
Yep, it is all shattered.
Only got myself to blame.
So the first story that we've got for you guys, and this one does not require audio. Let me see if I can get the right feed up. Hold on a second. Where's the there we go. So this one, this was sent to me. Lee Korn sent this story to me yesterday. It's a very interesting one from Sky News. So US city tell residents to stop sticking sticky, gooey eyes on its statues. the Oregon city of Bend has spent $1,500 on removing googly eyes from 7 of the 8 sculptures have been impacted. My God, this was only 4 days ago as well.
To be fair, if your city, was it a town or city, if it's called Bent, you deserve to have all these googly eyes on just for the sake of it.
Alistair Keir, thank you so much for the £2 super chat. We are 4 super chats away from the target. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so if we get 5 super chats, then I'll do a Q&A in the future for you guys, because I've never done one. I haven't done one for a long time. So, and maybe I'll have Daily Blasé on and he can ask me questions as well. Maybe we'll do that as well. Maybe if you got but depends how we do now. Where are you going? Going to get to Bend? Says Jam. I've got to put that one up. Going to get to Bend. Funds to do, says now as secure. You're taking the mic now. They can always filter. They could always use filter, can they not? Don't tell them that.
Yeah.
So a council in the US has asked its residents to stop sticking gooey eyes on the city's art. The comedy eyes has appeared on statues and murals around the city of Bend, Oregon, and causing a viral sensation. While the googly eyes placed on various art pieces around town might give you a chuckle, it costs money to remove them, and with care not to damage the art, the city says in a post on social media. It would cost $0 to leave them on, one reply Facebook user. That's true. It's true. It's not lying. It would cost nothing.
And it'll add character to the town, won't it?
Exactly.
Especially if the googly eyes and you just flick them and they rattle about. It looks even better.
I love the power of the people. Good to see you there, my friend. Somebody somewhere getting robbed if they're paying somebody £1,500 to take a few googly eyes off statues.
Michelle Moan, is it? Oh,
probably.
Don't have a VIP fast lane, you know, something.
1,500. Can I do that job, please? Says Context. No, you've already been cancelled, so you can't do it. My daughter and I went past a flaming chicken today and shared the biggest laugh, she said, using a nickname for the Phoenix Rising sculpture. We love the googly eyes. This town is getting to be so scuffy. Let's have fun. Another Facebook user wrote, I think the googly eyes on the deer specifically are a great look, as they should stay that way. And we'll see the deer in just a second. Others said the city should focus on addressing more important issues such as homelessness instead of spending time and money on removing the googly eyes. 100%. Bent's sculptures frequently get adorned with seasonal decorations like Santa hats and wreaths, which the council does not remove. Okay, so it's all right to put like Santa hats or red noses on it or whatever, but no, you can't put googly eyes. Look, what's wrong with that?
Brilliant.
I mean, Alistair Keir, thank you so much for all those super chats. That's very kind of you, my friend. Thank you. Honestly, you didn't have to put them all in, but thank you. That's really generous of you. Power, you've got a couple of yourself, have you, Power? Wake up, good to see you there as well. The googly eyes, however, are being removed because of their asbestos, according to Bent's communications director, Renee Michelle. We really encourage our community to engage with the art and have fun. We just need to make sure that we can protect it and that doesn't get damaged, she says. After the city's post went viral, Miss Michelle said, there was no intent to be heavy-handed, and we certainly understand maybe how that was taken. We owe this large collection of public art, and we really want to bring awareness to the community applied to adhesives does harm to the art. As the stewardess of the collection, we want to share that on social media. Bent has spent $1,500. So in context for English pounds, that's 1,188 quid for context there. Not referring to the moderator in the chat. on removing googly eyes from 7 of the 8 sculptures impacted, according to Michelle. And they started treating some of the art pieces, which are made of different types of metal, such as bronze and steel. The Phoenix Rising sculpture may even need to be repainted entirely, all because of googly eyes. Oh dear, oh dear. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? It's just so silly. They're just taking things way too far. This next story, guys, is going to I'm already laughing because of how stupid it is. This is coming all the way from Bangkok, I believe this is here. So you can read the headline. So builders who poured concrete over a newly built bus stand, and now nobody can use it. So you can see there, guys, where the seats for the bus stop are. They're a bit low. I don't know if you can tell in the picture there, but the so for some reason the guy was so he poured concrete over a newly built bus stand, and now nobody can use it. Well, they technically can still use the bus stop. They've just got to sit all the way on the floor like kids. So go on. What are you going to
say? That is a proper council mess up, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
council and do.
Well, it's just like, oh, I'm just here to do a job. Oh, yeah, but are you sure you don't want to remove the seats and everything? No.
Yeah.
You sure there's not something wrong here? I'm sure there's something wrong here. Bangkok locals have been left baffled after builders poured concrete over a recently refurbished bus stop, ruining the seating area. So the incident took place outside a convenience store in Samarkand, region of the Thai capital, where confused commuters arrived to find the bottom of 8 green plastic seats totally submerged under concrete. The contractor was instructed to lay concrete on the ground below the seats, Nation Thailand reported, but instead completely covered them in concrete, forcing commuters to sit on the ground as they waited for their bus. To make matters worse, further reports suggest the contractor was not told to remove the bus stop structure before pouring the concrete. Did the contractor not think, something's wrong here, but I'm paid to do a job? What do you mean how to properly sit? You just sit all the way down. Your knees are just going to be sticking up, though. That's all. I mean, it might be awkward for the elderly there, but the contractor. Go on. What were you going to say?
No. I'm going to say anything. I'm just trying to work out, is that a bag or somebody sat there?
The worst thing is they haven't even cleaned up. Like, they've left the seats in a mess since doing it. The contractor as well. I mean, you can see like it's completely level with the road out there from this screenshot there. The contractor has since claimed full responsibility for the mistake and is reportedly working on resolving the issue. How do I fix this issue?
Yeah. That'll be an interesting one, though.
The post has since caused a stir on social media, with many poking fun at the scenario and speculating how to properly sit in the chairs. On the Thailand subreddit, one user wrote, "Sometimes you'll find it's actually malicious compliance." While the guy pouring cement knows the seats are there, but he just knows it's not his problem. He's paid to pour cement. No one instructed him to deal with seats. They're certainly not paying him to deal with the seats. Meanwhile, a Facebook user wrote, as Thais, we prioritize proper manners and posture in public spaces.
Oh, dear.
The creator clearly understood this and wanted to pass on these values directly to society through this work. A perfect demonstration of how to properly wait for public transport. There it is, guys. That's how to properly... that is how you do it over in Asia. That's how you properly do it, guys. That's how you properly do it.
God, I can just imagine your boss coming back, just to check up on it, and he's just finished and look at him, and the lad has just parked him out and went, ta-da! What do you reckon about them?
Oh,
steam coming out of his ears.
yeah. This next one. If you want, you can read this article. Actually, this one's.
Well, that's if I can.
So
read
this
it.
one is from. Yeah. This one's a good one. So this one is from Lab Bible. So I'll read the headline for you. So, flat earther goes to Antarctica expedition to prove the theory, only to discover it's actually round. So can you see the text from? Is that text all right? Can you see that text or not?
It's a little bit too small for me, unfortunately.
All right, I'll read. All right, and I'll
Hold on. I can actually read it now. I managed to put my screen on full. So
enhance.
yeah. So I've managed to move it, so I can now participate in this and be a bit of a co-host. I might be able to rescue my Snowflake career.
Oh, you might do. Yeah. So
tell
us about this flat. So tell us about this flat earther going on an Antarctica expedition.
Yeah. Well, a popular YouTuber and flat earther travelled all the way to Antarctica to put his theory to the test, only to realise the planet is very much round. Many yeah, exactly. Shocker.
Oh,
yeah,
dear.
Many pseudoscience and conspiracy theories have come and go over the years, but none have quite had the same staying power as the flat Earth theory. Human understanding that our home planet is very much round dates all the way back to ancient Greek philosophers. However, the overwhelming evidence has never stopped those who believe we live on a giant floating circle from sharing their beliefs. Yes.
Yes, indeed. Apparently, this is what apparently their description of what the flat Earth looks like. From a description of what it apparently looks like there.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, as each step is taken, I wonder if any minute now I'm going to fall off into space now. Next step, no, next one. Just keep going and keep going.
Then they can say, "We've made it to the edge of the Earth. We'll get there eventually."
Yeah. But nobody has ever really been able to convince a flat earther that some of their views may not be entirely accurate until now.
They figured it out.
Yeah. Enter the final experiment, a collaborative project between flat earthers and round earthers willing to settle the debate once and for all. The group, which compromises of various YouTubers, travelled all the way to Antarctica this month with the goal of observing a 24-hour sun on the continent. The presence of a 24-hour sun would definitively prove the world is round, as a phenomena would simply not exist on a flat Earth. The results are now in proving that, spoiler alert, the planet has always been and always will be round 3D ball.
Oh,
that's it.
It's all over. Oh,
yes.
Oh.
Yes. So did the flat Earth contingent? Now, did the flat Earth contingent react to the news? You ask. Try and deny what had occurred, or even claim they hadn't been taken to Antarctica? Well, not this time, as content creator Jaron Campanella, sorry if I butchered it, my friend, I do apologise, reluctantly admitted that he was wrong on camera. He would never fit in a Conservative party, would he?
No, because you can't admit you're wrong. You're not allowed to admit you're wrong if you're a Conservative. Yeah.
It'd been whipped and flogged by Jacob Rees-Mogg, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Campanella, who is known for his channel Gerenism, that's an interesting word,
has
been an outspoken voice on the flat Earth scene and agreed to go on the expense trip to settle the debate, appearing on a live stream after witnessing the 24-hour sun. Campanella told the camera, "All right, guys, sometimes you're wrong in life."
Well, I will say this before we read the final bit. I will say this: at least he is one of those that it has admitted that he was wrong. There may be some flat earthers who went on that expedition and still said, "We'll find another way to prove those rounders wrong."
Yeah, I wonder if somebody asked him, "Are you going to vote for Brexit for them Brexit benefits?" And he'll have said, "Don't be stupid. I know I'm a flat earther, but I'm not that bloody thick." Yeah, I may be a flat earther, but I'm not that stupid to vote to put economic sanctions on ourselves. Anyway, he goes, I thought that there was no 24-hour sun. In fact, I was pretty sure of it. But I respect Will Duffy, the Glober who paid for his trip for being a stand-up guy, at least in the way that he kept saying it was true. I kept saying he wasn't. Explaining on how his views had not changed, Campanella added, "Don't listen to my beliefs or my opinion. It shouldn't matter to you. But at least you should be able to accept that the sun does exactly what those guys said. As far as circles the southern continent." So that's about it. I realise that I'll be called a shill, an ex-flat earther who tries to convince others the world is round. For just saying that, and you know what? If you're a shill for being honest, so be it. I honestly believe there was no 24-hour sun. I honestly now believe there is. That's it. Debate settled.
That's it. It's done. It's all over, guys. The debate is finally over. And Steve McMorran there can say, speaking from the bottom of the earth, this is very reassuring. It is indeed all the way over in New Zealand, Steve.
Haven't I rescued my Snowflake contract now?
Not yet. Still. And QA Library and anybody else who may have turned up. Good to see you all. Hope you're all doing well. But I have to say though, in all seriousness, like fair play for the round earther paying out for the trip as well for them to settle the debate and everything. Like, you know, he got a free trip to Antarctica and got to, you know, that's pretty darn cool in and of itself, really.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how much did he actually believe this? Of thinking, I know it's round, but I'm getting a free trip to Antarctica. So result.
He got a result out of it. You know, maybe off camera he said I did all these lies and I. But this is going to be where is it? Yeah, this is it. Okay, this is going to be the weird one because hopefully I'll be able to play the video. So I'll read this one and then I'll play the video because this is going to cause quite a stir in the chat. That's for sure. So this isn't a funny one. This is a very weird one. So if you're someone who doesn't believe in UFOs or crazy weird stuff, this is definitely going to get you thinking. That's for sure. So people are demanding answers after a man is knocked out by a UFO in a shocking video. And yes, the video footage is here. It has been claimed that the incident was filmed in Colombia earlier this year. So people are demanding answers after home CCTV footage shows a man getting knocked out by a weird object. Believers think it's a UFO, while others have come up with even crazier theories. Have a look and see what you think. Okay. Oh, Daily Blasé is getting a long paragraph because he wants to write this all down. Nope, he's actually sneezing instead. I'll give him a chance. All right, guys. I'm going to let it play for... Watch very carefully, okay? All right, hopefully I won't get ads. Please play.
It's not a bear falling out of a tree, is it?
It is not a bear falling out of a tree. I'm very sorry to say. However, I did have one time. A man falling from the sky onto a bench. That was in Russia, and he actually sounded like a zombie when he got up. He was like, "Oh, sort of thing." Are you going to load?
Didn't land on it sat cross-legged as well, did it? Yeah.
Oh, 1 second. Hold on, Jack. Are you still with me, chat? Stream hasn't gone down, has it? No, stream hasn't gone down. It looks like the video's not playing. No, damn it! I need this video to play. You're not going to play for me. Well, this didn't work out.
Yeah.
All right, let me try something. Hold on. Right, give me 1 second. Okay, it's playing now. Let me see if I can play it with it. It might not play when it's shared. That might be the reason.
Well, I thought it was going to work then.
Yeah, it was what it was playing. It was playing when I turned off the screen. Let me try again. Maybe if I play the full video. Yeah, aliens seem to be jamming it. Hold on, I'm just going to play the full video and then see if that makes it work. Let's just try again. I do have a lot of screens up, to be fair, but I am taking them down. I could try from this side actually. Let's try from that. Okay, let's see. Oh, it will not play. Damn. Oh, did you see it?
I didn't say it. It was just like that. I nearly did it. It was like did a Tommy Cooper just like that. Just like that.
I think it was. I don't know if you guys saw it. Right, I think it's playing slowly.
What the hell? Yeah, so.
What was that? Then some people. We'll see if I can. Yeah, very. Did you see it? Did you see it come swinging by? It's very, very weird. I'm trying to pause it if I can catch it. Yeah, there it is. It swung, and it went round, and it hit him, hit the person. That's very. I'm. So at least I think you guys have seen it. Yeah, I mean, but it's just also the way he comes down as well. Very unusual. Why do these things always happen in America and never anywhere else?
Yeah.
I don't. You know, that's the weird thing.
Well, they did vote for Trump, so.
And here's the thing: like, if it bounced, it started from that drum thing, and then it went like round the car, and then it hit the person, and then a bit later on, some people turned up for it. But yeah, very weird. So, well, the little green men. All right, it's black and white. Well, we got to see the footage in the end, but a few months ago, a Reddit user shared a mind-boggling video on the platform, and it certainly divided the crowd. Excuse me. The viral clip filmed on the 21st of July appears to show a man being knocked out outside of a home shortly after entering the property. This happens 14 seconds into the video. As an object appears out of nowhere and slams into the door frame. Friends and family then head out to check on the individual who fell over. As so this happens a few days ago in my hometown, Colombia, the user claimed it happened really fast. A strange object knocked the man down to the floor through the stairs. He had 24 stitches at the hospital. Well, from that, I think it might. I don't know if he fell on concrete there when he went down, but
that's probably what did it.
I wouldn't classify this as an orb, as some of my friends think neither an animal. What do you guys think? As you expect, people in the comments were coming up with all sorts of theories. As one person said, this video is absolutely wild. Haven't seen anything like it. Looks like there's lots of reflections on the side of the vehicle. Not sure if that's from traffic or what. That's another possibility. It could have been reflections of something. Another thought, it's just something tied to the door, tight to hold it open. If you watch the door starts to close right before it happens. Then a third argument, not really, it's just actually look at the reflection. You can see that it actually goes on a lot longer than the object. What's likely happened here is the guy got knocked out by something from the inside or got electrocuted and jumped back. And at the exact same time, some bug lit up in front of the camera. That's more likely a possibility there. That could be a possibility.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. The fact the dog goes immediately towards where the object came from kind of freaks me out. Right after that, dog seems to move to the body on the ground, but its attention is immediately taken to that area. I wonder if the dog sniffer picks something up. The eagle eyes that spotted the object circling around the cement mixer help confirm the depth and motion. And a fifth, this is a bug that is flying to the left, then towards the camera, then up and over the top right edge of the camera, nearly directly in it. Velocity and size of the object increasingly relatively proportionally to each other. Yeah, that theory did not cross my mind when I thought about it. But what do you think? UFO, flying bug? I don't know.
I've got.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't seen it on top 5 ghost caught on camera on YouTube. You see all these chills, top 15 ghost caught.
But it's always in America. That's the thing as well. It's always in America when these things happen. You know, it doesn't happen anywhere else in the world, but for some reason it always seems to happen in America, doesn't it? Like, I just don't. The door does slam shut straight away after, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
It is a bit of a weird one.
You may have weight in that, you know. It's probably got electrocuted on the heading on his way in or something, and the bug just hit him at the same time. I saw a bit of a door cam where a bloke's heading up to his door, and he never noticed that his cat is stood outside just meowing away, and you were thinking the cat is why did the cat just go in, you know? But little did he notice that there was a rat snake near where the doorbell would ring. You just about press it, and this rat snake went for him big style. Oh. So he might have got attacked by one of them rat snakes, and just got the shock, and then just got hit with a right hook from a firefly or something. I don't know.
I mean, I think I've got to agree with Steve's comment here, saying it's hard to believe that extraterrestrials would go to the trouble of traveling billions of light years just to knock out some bloke and come for you.
Exactly.
You never know the lengths that some people go to. I mean, I personally think aliens are more disinterested in America now that Trump's president again. I think they were more disinterested, and you know what? We're going back to you know what? Fuck this. We're going back to Area 51. It's not worth coming. It's not worth coming out. Yeah, while Trump's running the place.
Well, you would say that, but we all remember Independence Day, don't we?
Oh, so the Uber Eats guy apparently he was in a hurry. When I fall over, I'm usually drunk. I don't think he was drunk. I think the person was generally knocked out. The way he went down, it definitely, it was definitely a knockout. That's for sure. Okay, we got the best stories now for you guys, and I know I've already told my friend where we're getting these ones from. They have an alien in office now, Reganelite, says Jal. Do they have an alien in office in Portugal as well, my friend? I'm curious to know that. We have some really one of the most reliable news sources out there. You use this very reliable news source out there as well, don't you? Yeah, they are very
hold political power to account.
They do a great job of holding political powers to account, guys. This is from News Thump, one of the most reliable news sources you will ever find, guys. We got plenty of fascinating news from them, and this one here it's just that time of the year. And the ladies know exactly what this is all about. So office Christmas party signals the beginning of mating system to alcohol-dependent middle-aged secretaries and office lads.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, guys. So the start of the winter shagging season has begun in blue-collar offices across the land, marked with traditional 2 drinks, coupons, and canapes. A treasured British tradition spanning from the 1st of December until the 2nd of January. The season is a fleeting but hauntingly beautiful spell, marked by experienced team members being fingered in the corner of a Wetherspoons by 25-year-old new starters who will subsequently leave before anyone tells their girlfriend. They are a shit employer, and I'm leaving in January, says a 40-year-old IT support worker, Simon Williams, interviewed at his employer's event. But I thought I might check it out. Got some great memories of hitting my old boss after being invited back to hers before vomiting all over the place of her grandchildren. But unfortunately, everyone here tonight is my age and a similar level of attractiveness. So obviously nothing will happen.
Well, yeah. Once you have had about 10 pints, everybody looks gorgeous.
Yeah, they do. They do. Everyone knows that the only complete bizarre pairing will be the gossiping about years are appropriate for the office party. It's an immutable law of the universe. The season lasts until early January when the reopening of HR department signals the close. So grab your drinks and end your marriage acromodately while you still have the chance. Yes, HR doesn't open up till... Yeah, very important for people to know that HR does not open up their department until after it there, guys. So...
Well, unfortunately, when I worked for the council, I missed out on all that sort of stuff. I was usually out in the cold, gritting, working my fingers to bone. Never got to experience all the humping in the telephone booths and whatever I've got in offices.
Well, they call Wednesday Hump Day, don't you? It's known as Hump Day.
I'm learning all this new. So I went out.
Well, apparently this was a reference I keep getting. That I've been told that Wednesday's known as Hump Day because it's the hump of the week, obviously, because you're in the halfway point, basically. The next story. Apparently, you actually asked me this story beforehand, and actually, I do have it up. Actually, this one. So you guys are gonna love this one. It's absolutely, I cannot believe it. Widespread fury as violent milkshake thrower avoids the death penalty. I cannot believe it, Daly.
Yeah, exactly.
Shocking.
And quite rightly, them milkshakes can give you a nasty rash.
Give you a nasty rash to leave a stain on your suit and clothes. You could be smelling of banana, strawberry, or chocolate. I mean, surely... How are they not been taken to the firing squad? I have no idea, guys.
Beheaded and hung on Traitor's Gate for disgraceful behaviour.
I mean, look at this poor man. He's so upset about it. I mean, who can blame him? It's just absolutely devastating, guys. There is widespread anger among some online communities today after it revealed that the woman who threw the milkshake at Nigel Farage has escaped the death penalty, with scores of simplicitans insisting that her escape from justice is a further sign of the two-tier justice system. Repeated attempts to explain the situation to them have so far failed. Farage fan Derek Matthews told us, "I have chosen to believe that this woman throwing milkshake at Nigel is precisely the same as someone throwing a brick at a policeman during a riot. So I expect her to get at least the same punishment."
Well, he's got a point.
It's just, I feel for Derek, man. I just feel for him.
Yeah.
It's just terrible, guys. She could have thrown it harder. What do you mean harder? It was already horrible enough. It was already horrible enough for poor Nigel.
Yeah.
The fact that it was Saint Nigel meant it should have be the death penalty, but the Liberal go-doers won't let that happen. So at least she should get his life in prison. But no, she gets a suspended sentence and to walk free from court, while hundreds of people who took part in the Southport riots have to go to prison. Make it make sense!
Absolutely. Makes no sense whatsoever. The damage she did to that one lovely suit he was wearing at the time.
I know, absolutely. Do you know how much it costs to clean those suits as well? You guys have no idea. It costs thousands of pounds out of Nigel Farage's pocket, which he uses to take money out of the people who donate to him on cameos and whatnot. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Up the ride.
Up the ride, indeed. Everyone who took part in the Farage riots was taking part in violent disorder, which is when 3 or more people engage in violence which would cause a reasonable person to fear for their safety. Acting as part of a group is much more serious than acting on your own. That is how our legal system works. Secondly, the charge she faced, assault by beating, has 3 categories. The lowest category, of which she was convicted, means if there is little or no physical harm, then you're unlikely to get a custodial sentence. If she had slapped him or smashed an egg against his head using her hand, then she would likely have been guilty of a category 2 offence, which can carry a 16-week prison term. But she didn't do that, clearly. So, in short, what she did was nothing like violent disorder. And it was its lowest possible category of assault by beating, for which sentencing guidelines are clear, and a non-custodial sentence is recommended. However, please continue frothing at the mouth because you are incapable if differentiating between different crimes. It's very funny to the rest of us.
Absolutely. Also, she should spare a thought for them poor people in Clacton. They cannot get anywhere near their MP to air their problems in their constituents. You know, their Auntie Beryl, who's got dodgy guttering, you know, from that dodgy landlord.
It was the last straw, indeed. It was absolutely the last straw. I keep seeing the nail on the head there. Oh, dear. How Nigel walks the streets, fearing in every corner there will be milkshakes flying through the air, says Jow. Indeed. Frozen milkshake? Do you have any idea? That would have been even more damaging. Oh, dear. Even more cruel. My God. I think you should cover this next news story because my throat's hurting a little bit. But it's a very surprise. I cannot believe you got to give. We're going over to America, guys, because I have to say, for some of these cabinet picks for Donald Trump, you have to say they're pretty darn cool. You know, this is pretty awesome cabinet picks here.
The Terminator and the 300-pound gorilla, Donald Trump's most surprising cabinet pick so far. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. But I mean, he looks so happy with them as well.
Nobody's going to mess with them, are they?
Exactly. Can you read that text? Yes.
There was surprise in America overnight as further details emerged of President-elect Donald Trump's nomination for his cabinet. First, his chief of staff will be a 300-pound gorilla called Buster. Yeah.
Buster, what a name for a chief.
Buster has no experience in politics. He has so far, as we know, been picked when President-elect Trump went to the zoo in 2015. Buster made him laugh by blowing a raspberry. Well, that's probably the most sensible thing he's ever heard in his life, isn't it? Now, Secretary of Defense will be the Terminator. Another controversial choice, as the Terminator was created by a rogue AI from the future and was sent back in time to kill the mother of the future leader of the human resistance.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Yeah. I mean, surely, I'm sure, he's definitely, I'm sure the Terminator is definitely not working for Skynet in any way, shape, or form. He works for Donald Trump now. Surely he would not betray Donald Trump.
He's seen the light and he's kissed the ring.
Yep, he has kissed the ring. Indeed.
Exactly. Many people are saying the interests of the Terminator may not necessarily align with those of the American people, but others believe his time fighting for the machine in the future brings invaluable combat experience to the role. Exactly.
The combat experience. So that's something people don't take into account there.
The orange one, stable genius. The eternal Attorney General has been named as a hot chick with a hell of a rack.
Mm.
Health Secretary is a super evolved measles virus. Whilst there was considerable pressure on Trump to appoint a leading virologist or biologist or anyone with a background in science or medicine, Trump has picked the super evolved measles virus because he is keen to push back against the supposed dominance of Big Pharma. Heading up the Federal Communications Commission, effectively a regulatory agent for big tech, is Chad Whitmore, a friend of Trump's son Barron, who is supposedly really, really good at Destiny too.
I'm really, I was very good at the first video game Destiny. Now I didn't play Destiny 2, the video game, but I'm sure I would have been really good at it too. So maybe I could have been in with a shout.
Yeah. My son bought me Soul Reaver the other day. I've been playing that and I've already completed first one. So I'm on Soul Reaver 2 now. So I'm
so we could have so maybe we'll get a call from Trump at some point, maybe petition perhaps.
I could be the Secretary of taking souls.
There you go. Yeah, this soul collecting is. I've heard soul collecting is quite a good thing, as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So Treasury, Commerce, Transport, and Labour are going to be merged together because Trump got bored with trying to think of lots of different people and will probably give it to Marco Rubio or whoever. It seems clear those areas will not be a focus of this administration. And finally, there was the surprising announcement of a department. That's the Department for Polishing Up the President's Butthole, and that was going to be headed up by Elon Musk.
Oh, well, what a position for Elon Musk there.
That's what he's been dreaming of.
It is indeed. What I've got to say congratulations to Buster and to Terminator for their roles, and we wish them all the best in their futures under this new cabinet position. I think they're going to do just fine.
But I think we need to spare a bit of sympathy for Nigel Farage because Elon Musk has pinched his dream job.
Oh, he did indeed. But the unfortunate thing is he's still got that very important job of serving the people who are collecting. I mean himself, sorry, of serving himself. Sorry,
exactly.
He still has that very important job of serving himself before. So I think he's prioritizing there, obviously. So, which is totally understandable here. So this one is obviously this story. This is a really, I have to say, I do apologize if you are big fans of the World Cup, of the FIFA World Cup. It is not going to be hosted where you want it to be, guys. It's being taken well off planet Earth for the 2038 World Cup. Yes, it has been announced that the Death Star will host the 2038 World Cup, guys. I'm really, really sorry to let you guys know about this. But Daly, what are your thoughts on the Death Star hosting the 2038 World Cup? I mean, I'm not sure. I think they're going to probably have to play the football in the hangar bay. Will probably be the most spacious place where they'll do it. I'm not sure where the audience are going to be. I think they'll probably be on the rackings whatsoever, along with the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
And I think the Emperor will have like a VIP spot in a glass VIP spot there, along with Vader as they watch down on the games. But everybody else will be cast aside for this. What do you make of the Death Star hosting the World Cup?
I'd love to know how many people was killed in the making of this Death Star, and how much money did the Emperor actually bribe FIFA to get this spot?
Well, it might have been quite a lot of Imperial credits that he's been raiding out of Coruscant. I think it's probably a fair bet on that.
Do you think that's the reason why he did away with Alderaan? Because he recognised they were a threat to. He was the nearest threat to hosting the 2038 World Cup.
Well, they were actually building 1 or 2 stadiums, so it caught the eye of the Emperor, and that might have been one of the reasons why Alderaan got destroyed. So I think you're right on that one. So FIFA has today confirmed that the 2038 World Cup will be hosted by the Death Star. The bid went uncontested. I mean, like after Alderaan, who's gonna, after what happened to Alderaan, who's gonna blame them for not?
Exactly. Remember Ben Kenobi said there were a million souls crying out in pain that time. Yeah, they were crying out, "Oh, our World Cup dreams have gone, dashed, smashed into smithereens."
Oh, look, it was an absolute honor to be chosen to host such a prestigious event, said Emperor Palpatine. I know there will be some naysayers, but let me assure you that both myself and Lord Vader are completely committed to organizing a truly memorable summer of football. To have these sublime footballing talents entering through the hangars will be a great thrill to everybody on this space station. People throw around the world sports washing way too easily these days. How can it be sports washing? We've done nothing wrong. In fact, we're one of the most tolerant authoritarian regimes in the galaxy. And that's true. They're very, very tolerant. They're very tolerant. Unless I see two stormtroopers kissing, that's where I'll draw the line. Just don't be caught by Vader. You'll get choked out. Yeah. Many have criticized the decision, condemning the Empire's appalling human rights record and restrictions on free speech. What? The Emperor? Since when did he restrict human rights records as free speech? I'm telling you, if you guys have, you've not watched Star Wars if you think there's a problem with these free speech and human rights, honestly.
They're just misunderstood.
You got to read the next bit because I'm losing my voice. This bit here.
We have nothing to do with the destruction of Alderaan, admits Lord Vader, and the accusation that we bribed FIFA with Imperial credits. It's completely far-fetched. The rebel scum can complain all they like. The fact of the matter is the Death Star will be hosting the World Cup of 2038, whether they like it or not.
Oh, see, we were on the ball right at the start. We knew that they would deny any accusations that they blew up Alderaan. Yeah, see, I was right about the Imperial credits, wasn't I?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, cannot believe this.
They're going to get choked out now.
If I get rid of the story, there'll be no knowledge of it. No one will have any knowledge of this. Howard's put a bid in for 20. Oh, have they? Oh, wow. Well, gives good best of luck to Satan in his bid.
Play there.
Well, I don't know if Satan will put in air-conditioned stadiums, but you never know. He might do.
Yeah.
I mean, he might put some air conditions in. I mean, he might just say, "Nah, fuck it, you guys can handle it." Or maybe just wear less clothes. It might just encourage wearing less clothes, you know. But that's entirely possible. FIFA have consulted with the Conservative Party for advice and declared the Death Star to be a safe space. Okay, if the Conservatives said it, it must be okay then.
Did they pass legislation on this?
They must have passed legislation on this. And Mr. Miss, guys, I do apologise for not bringing up that legislation. There.
I'm surprised I missed that one at all. Because I remember watching it in Parliament at the time when they were discussing it.
Well, there were no Jedi mind tricks that were done during that one. That's for sure, guys. Right. I want to save my voice here for the last story. So, let's see if you can get this one. Ah, dear, oh dear.
Yes, Prince Andrew leaves keys to Buckingham Palace on the London bus. Well, on a London bus. Shocking behaviour. What do you expect from the nonce? Prince Andrew is a disgrace once again after it emerged. He left the keys to Buckingham Palace along with his phone. A note full of passwords and a compromising nude photograph of himself on a SL5 in East Croydon. When asked for a comment, the Prince commented, "Fucked, aren't I? Can't believe it. I was coming home from the cinema, went to see Sonic 3, really good. Really
Well,
cool.
I haven't seen it yet. Hold on, no spoilers. Bloody hell, Prince. You
Yeah.
fucking bastard. I
Yeah.
want to see that.
Yeah.
Ah.
Would definitely recommend. Would definitely recommend if you enjoyed Sonic 1 and 2. Anyways, 1 minute they were in my backpack. The next, poof, gone. I was a bit distracted by the pretty lights through the window. Then I thought I'd missed my stop and panicked a bit, and in a fumble, must have shaken everything out of my bag as I ran off the bus. Could have happened to anyone, you know. Charles went completely mental, of course, called me a gormless twat, and threw his shoe at me, bruised my arm. See here. Everyone was shouting. William was saying I should never have been allowed outside alone in the first place. I hid under the bed until it was all over. So unfair. If Mummy was still here, she wouldn't stand for it. Really shitty luck that it was all found by the North Koreans, though.
Oh, that's a relief.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, thank God the North Koreans picked it up for him. Oh,
Yeah.
that could have been a close call there. But yeah, you gotta watch out for those shoes. They can be really brutal when they're thrown at you. They can be really, really nasty. You know,
left it in a pizza shop, couldn't they?
Mm. I mean, it's outrageous that he's already been to see Sonic 3. That's just absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful before any of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Go on.
Okay, guys, this is I saved the best one for last. So we'd like to give my sincere thoughts and prayers to the Conservative Party for this one. The new assisting dying legislation could allow a dignified end to the lingering misery of the Conservative Party. We can finally give them the dignity that they need and finally die, guys. We can assist them, the Conservative Party, with dying. Daly, how do you feel about this? Finally giving them the death that they finally wanted.
Also, would it be a good day to bury bad news? Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I mean, 1912 to 2024. I think it's right that we
I think it should be. Yeah.
I think the assisting dying legislation would really help them, guys. In all seriousness, it'll make such a massive difference to the Conservative Party. You know, we can put them out of their misery. You know, Kemi can go back to eating things that aren't sandwich related or having stakes somewhere in the business sector. Yeah, and we won't be associating Jonathan Gullis with the Conservatives anymore. He won't stop thinking about trying to get another job in the Conservative Party, and he'll probably try and get a real job somewhere as well. James Cleverly will finally realize that he's no longer a clever man. You know, and Suella Braverman can do the right thing and fuck off to Rwanda as well. So,
or even better, chances are she'll probably join Reform with her husband.
Thank you so much for the £10 super chat, Alistair. I really appreciate that. Yeah, don't worry. On Christmas Day, I've got a great video dropping on when next week on Christmas Day for you guys as well, with lots of this stuff as well next week. I won't be here to cover it on a live stream, but it'll be a premiere video for you guys. So you'll get that as well as this Friday Frolics Daily Blasé. We'll find plenty of great stuff for us on Friday as well.
It'll have a very much Christmas feel.
Mm-hmm. So the new assisting dying legislation could allow the Tory party to finally die and not keep enduring painful temporary resuscitation with new leaders that only last a few months. With the government insisting it will give a free vote to MPs, it is hoped the legislation could finally allow the old party to take its place in the history books without everyone having to witness its painful ongoing demise. The Tory supporter Simon Williams told us no one likes to see a loved one suffer, and these last few years have been incredibly painful for everyone. First, it was Boris riding a populist wave directly into the gutter. Then Liz Truss decided to shoot the party in its own foot, an open sore which became gangrenious during Rishi Sunak's time at the helm. And now, in its large fleeting effort to breathe life into its dissonant corpse, they're trying Kemi Bakanoff. We should have had a do not resuscitate order in place when Boris left. Just let the party die already. We have our memories, and no one can take my Maggie Thatcher tea towel from me. It's a kindness, really. We all know what's coming, and we can all see it playing out in front of us. Why we do actually need to see this painful descent into hollow husk of what it used to be. Smother it in its sleep. Put a bullet through its head. I don't mind. Just make it quick.
Just go route one. Yes, rest in peace, Tories.
Yep, yeah. It's just not dead yet, guys. That's the problem. It's just not dead yet. So
clearly not.
No, but hopefully soon, guys. We just need the committee to let it pass, and once the committee have gone through all the details, and then they can put the legislation through, then we can finally put the nail in the coffin to the Conservative Party once and for all. They've had a good run, but it's time to say goodbye.
Yes,
indeed.
Yes, and let reform take over. Be the regular loons.
Yep, let them be the regular loons. Not much at stake, says Wake Up. Yeah, there wasn't much at stake. Yeah, there's not much at stake either. Has Gullis went back to he's calling scaring immigrants in the park? I think he got told off by the police the last time he did it. He was in a local park, and the police told him to stop doing that and go get a real job. And he hasn't been allowed near the park since then in Stoke. The local MP has also sent an angry letter to Jonathan Gullis to tell him to stop harassing people, asking him to vote for him again at the next local election.
Calling people scroats.
Yeah, he has been told. But he's still not gotten the message, I'm afraid, guys. Very, very shameful of him. I don't know how I'm keeping a straight face, but somehow I am, guys. So guys, I want to say a massive thank you all for coming along, but I have one more funny video for you guys. Hopefully we will not be screwed by anybody with I mean, I wanted to put it in cinema mode, but the problem is it covers over us. So I mean, I'll put it like this. I think you guys can see it quite well there. I really hope I haven't screwed up the audio this time.
That's quality than GBB, so don't worry about it.
This came out today from Matt Green Comedy. So again, do go check out Matt Green Comedy. Do subscribe to his channel, like, share, and whatnot. This is his latest one. It's trying to get rid of someone on a free cycle. So like one of those Facebook groups and whatnot. You know how you got something and you're trying to get rid of an object, or just selling it or whatever online. It can be really painful, and as Matt Green will describe to us.
Right, I need to get rid of this chest of drawers. Who wants it? Is this still available? Is this available? This available? Available? Yep, this is still available. When could you collect? Hello? You still want this? I could come tomorrow at 6 a.m. That's a bit early. Anyone else? I could come next month. That's a bit late. I'm here now. Yes, you are. Here's the chest of drawers. Can you help me carry it to your car? No, to my house. Don't you have a car? That's not a very free cycle attitude. Where is your house? About 3 miles away? Okay, no, you can't have it. Can I have it? Yes. I've got a bicycle. No. I've got a car. Brilliant. But the boot's too small. Great. Is this still available? Yes. Do you want it? Come on. I don't like the colour. It's the same colour as in the photo. I don't look at photos. What? Is it vegan? Why are you back? Bicycles are actually better for the environment, not for transporting furniture. Right, that's it. I'm just going to take it to the tip. Can I have it, please? I foster underprivileged kids, and it would look great in my daughter's bedroom. Okay, sure. Can you collect? Yes, and I have a van. There you go. I hope your daughter enjoys it. What daughter? Is this still available? No.
No, so rude at the end there. It's so true. You get it's so true. Like all those people, it's like, is it available? Is it available? Is it available? Yes, it's available. Anybody interested? It's like anyone? Like
I have to say it's not something I've experienced because I've never done anything like that. So I can imagine
I did. I've done it twice. I think 3 times during the Facebook Marketplace. The first time was pretty solid. There was no issues. The second time it was a bit iffy because it was I can't remember what it was. I think it was, I can't remember what it is I sold, but the lady actually came to the house, and she came with her partner, and it was just a bit weird, and it was a bit weird the way it was exchanged. I can't remember what happened the third time, but yeah, after that I was just like, a bit awkward doing it. Like, I'd rather just take things to the charity shop instead of just doing it online sort of thing, because anyone can turn up anywhere. But mind you, though, one of the monitors that there was one monitor. I mean, I got rid of it now, but I used to have a monitor, one I changed over recently, and I got it from some guy on Facebook Marketplace, like one of these things, and I literally I think it was like less than it was like 20 quid, and you can have it basically. And I remember going to get it. And I had to go all the way into. I went into London to get it, like getting on the Trobe and whatnot, and just trying to find the house. And then he just gave it to me. He put it in a pretty decent bag. It wasn't too heavy, so I just had to walk it with a bag. I had a strong bag, yeah, luckily, to take it on the tube and whatnot, and just bring it all the way back in, and that was it. Like, it was quite so it cost 20 quid plus traveling there and back as well. So I think I ended up paying like 26, 27 quid in the end, for a computer monitor, because people will sell anything or get rid of anything at any prices these days, to be fair. So, but it's different for everyone, to be fair. So, well, that was I'm sorry there's no Adrian Charles show, guys. I didn't have enough time to look up for one. So
Charles,
yeah.
articles
of the week, yeah. QA taking the piss now. Piss taker. Piss taker, QA. You're absolute piss taker.
Yeah, there's always one.
Well, yeah. Well, that bonnet is already gone now. I had it for about 4 or 5 years anyway, so it did its job now. But both bonnets I have here are perfectly good. Daily Blasé, thank you so much for coming tonight. Did you enjoy the show tonight? It was really good.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Especially after what you were covering earlier. It was nice to just.
Oh yeah. It was quite. It was just sat there.
Party pooper, I think, is a good word to use.
Just. I did think to myself, shall I cover the ones with the Amazon representatives? And I thought, no, there'll plenty in the chat. There were spitting feathers already. They probably took lumps out of some who was ever sat next to them, even though they've been listening to them too, because proper snaky the boy.
Guys, I want to say a massive thank you all for coming along. Thank you guys for all your comments. Thank you, Alistair Keir, for all the super chats. I really appreciate that, my friend. I hope you guys all got a laugh out of the Snowflake show today. I will obviously. I'll see if I can get me and Lee to do like a fun show at some point, like maybe sometime in the year. If we could just do a one-off show, because we were supposed to do it today, and obviously you couldn't do it. It'd be nice to do one on the back. Just a reminder, next month, myself, Power to the People, One Angry Pagan, and Lee Corn will be doing a show on. If you look it up, calendar on the 16th of January. That will be the next Snowflake Roundtable, but it's not going to be called that. I'm calling it something else now, because I don't want people asking me where the roundtable is, because I'm not having that question brought up again. But I will be back tomorrow with the last live stream of the week with the Snowflake Watch. And then obviously Friday, there'll be no live streams or premieres from me. But of course, Daily Blasé will be up with Friday Frolics at 5 p.m. So do join him for that, guys, on Friday as well. So thank you once again, Darren. I really appreciate your time. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for whatever you're doing. Take care as always, and we'll see you guys real soon. Take care and goodbye.